Hey guys, welcome back to ED Figure Unboxing. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And today we're going to take a look at a Revoltech Yamaguchi Snake or Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. And I actually didn't know this figure existed until recently. And I've always been a big fan of Metal Gear, so yeah, I got it. Anyways, here's the left of the box, here's the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. And that's not wasting any more time, and bust this thing open and see what we got. And here we have the figure still in the inner packaging, and let's check out the figure itself. Alright, so here we have the figure itself, and this figure is relatively older, but I think it ages pretty well, especially for a Revoltech. I've had both the Peace Walker and the Venom Snake, and I think this figure looks the best out of the three. And I actually didn't know this figure existed until just now, and I did some research, and some people were saying it's exactly the same figure as the Peace Walker version except for the head sculpt, but I don't think that's the case here, at least from what I remember. The sculpt is a little bit different. It kind of feels like a mix between Peace Walker and the Venom Snake. And yeah, let's just take a closer look at the figure. Again, the head sculpt could still be a little bit better, but that's just your Revoltech. Still looks pretty good from certain angles. And again, I think it looks the best out of the three versions we got. And yeah, I think we can jump straight into the articulation. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up about this much, can't really look down. You can turn his head, no problem. And the shoulder is just on the standard Revoltech joint, so you can move it like that. You do get a swivel here, move up. And for the bicep, you can curve about this much. You do have a swivel with a joint, and you get a hinge wrist. And for the ab crunch, you can bend forward about this much, which is quite a lot. Probably the highlight of the figure. I can't really bend backwards now, but I'm pretty sure it's just a joint stucking. And for the leg, you can kick up about this high, bend about this much. You get thigh swivels, swivel over here, side to side pivot, and toe hinge. And I believe that's it for the articulation. And let's check out the accessories. And for the accessories, we can start with the default face, and we do get a little tool for you to move his eyes. Pretty cool gimmick. And next up, we do get his night vision goggles. This is probably the highlight of the figure. Really cool. Very nicely painted and sculpted, and it just fits onto his head perfectly. And for the interchangeable hands, first off, we get a pair of karate chop. And then we get a pair of display open hands. And a pair of trigger finger hands for the guns, and we do get a little pistol and a rifle. I don't know anything about guns, but they're very nicely painted and sculpted. I like the silencer too, and the scope. A pair of hands to hold a combat knife, and I think this is really nice. From what I remember, I don't think we had this for Venom Snake. Do let me know in the comments if I'm wrong though, but I really like this. And lastly, we get one right hand to hold the iDroid. And then we get a bunch of gimmicky stuff that I don't really care about. The ZZZ sign, mark, box for you to store some stuff, and effect parts. And actually, this is really cool. It's pure white. I've never seen pure white. And yeah, I believe that's it for the accessories. We also get a stand, and let's check out some action poses. Anyways, that was just some quick posing, and I hope you guys enjoyed them. And after playing around with it, I'm convinced this is my favorite Snake figure. And yeah, let's check out some size comparison. And for the size comparison, let us start with Solid Snake from Figma, which is the only other Snake I have. And I think they look pretty good together, but it's definitely a different style. And next up, we have some good old Dragon Ball SH Figuarts. And then we have some Street Fighters and Naruto SH Figuarts. Some American IP SH Figuarts. And then we have some Mesco 112 Collective figures. And lastly, we have some Figma figures, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I like the figure quite a lot, and I do highly recommend it, especially if you're a big fan of Big Boss. But I did some research earlier. This figure might be relatively hard to find, being a bundle exclusive or Amazon exclusive, maybe both. But if you can find it for a good price, you should definitely go for it. And yeah, I think that's it from me. Do let me know in the comments on what you think. And Happy New Year, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.